We got a check engine light, and that's how we're starting today's video. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ron, and this is MotorTube. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. My day was going pretty well until I found out that I have a check engine light, so we got to do something about that. So I'm gonna get my laptop out and try to figure out what the code is. But before we check on the code, we're gonna pull up to my friend's house because kind of got a race today. My boy has one of the sickest garage setups I've seen. Definitely goals right here. And the garages literally lead to the back of the house as well. And that's his X5M. We raced that versus the TRX. So we turned the race cool down on so we could cool down the charger before we head out to race. And also I gotta clear that code. I don't even know what that code is just yet. So before we take a look at the code, we're gonna go check out the car we are gonna be racing. Alrighty. You guys remember Alex here? He used to have the M5, and now he has an R8. Whew. Wow, this thing is beautiful. So he finally got a car with the engine in the trunk. Want to turn this on? Yes, sir. Wow, this thing is a beauty. It's black, so you better wrap it.
Oh, of course.
Is this thing stock?
Bone stock, nothing done to it.
Bone stock. Let's get in here. So I've actually been in one of these and I've actually driven one of these. So this isn't the first time in this car. I love these cars. You got the carbon fiber everywhere. Carbon fiber here, carbon fiber here. So these are supposed to be like a more practical version of a Huracan, right?
It's an entry-level supercar. It's definitely a lot more practical. I mean, it's a lot more comfortable than a Huracan. The seats are more comfortable, and the main reason why I got this over a Huracan is the sound system. This comes with a Bang & Olufsen sound system that not only has subwoofers behind you, but it has subwoofers built into the wheel liners.
And the Huracans don't have any of that.
It has a 3-speaker sound system.
And then you got carbon fiber here. I love these wheels. These are my favorite wheels on an R8. Beautiful wheels. And then you got the beautiful headlights. So congrats to Alex on the R8. And my way of congratulating my friends is simply asking for a race. So as soon as he got it, literally as he got it, I was like, you know we got a race. And he was like, of course. Wow, this thing is beautiful. Black wheels, black car, carbon fiber everywhere. It's very quiet. Like from the front, it's very quiet because the engine's in the back. Oh, that's a beautiful sound of American muscle. You guys can hear the blower whistling if you pay attention. Gosh, I love this green. It's so bright. And it's so wide. Look at it compared to the R8. Oh my God. The R8 is literally double its size. So you gotta talk to us about this.
So, this is a 2017 Audi R8. It is not a Plus. The difference between this and a Plus is you get a little more carbon fiber parts, you get carbon ceramics on the Plus, different seats, but the Pluses are also almost $40,000 up in price in this market. So they're very expensive compared to what I got this for.
Is it faster?
It is faster. They changed the gearing in the transmission to where you gain about 50 horsepower, and the problem why the Plus, why I don't like it and I prefer non-Plus, is because, for example, let's say you're going at 80 miles an hour, the R8, the non-Plus, will set at about to 2,500 RPMs, but the V10 Plus will sit between 3 to 3,500 RPMs because of more aggressive gearing. So that's why I chose to get the non-Plus over the Plus, and also the price.
Right, 40,000 cheaper.
$40,000, correct.
Where you could easily go get a twin turbo kit for this, using that 40,000.
That's what's gonna happen in this car. It's gonna be twin turbo anyway, which is why the gearing isn't so important to me. It's gonna make power with or without the gearing regardless. So that's why I decided to go with the non-Plus.
So how much power does this thing make?
So this, as it's sitting right here, has about 560 horsepower. I'm not really sure on the torque numbers, yeah, just under about 600 horse. The Pluses come with about 620, but this has about 560 horsepower.
And how much does this weigh? Because it looks very tiny.
It looks tiny, but it actually weighs quite a bit. It weighs about 3,600 pounds as it's sitting.
3,600 pounds. He's acting like it's not much for supercar world.
For supercar
but
world,
3,600 pounds, 4,600 pounds. So there is a 1,000-pound difference. Even though the Charger has more horsepower, this thing is rear-wheel drive, and this thing is all-wheel drive, but it weighs way less than the Charger. But congrats on the car, bro. It's beautiful. It's a major upgrade from the M5.
Absolutely.
The M5 was nice, but I feel like this suits you more, and it's going to be a lot faster, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Once it's going to get a twin turbo, it's definitely going to put some numbers out there.
So with that being said, we are going to head out to Mexico to get a race going with the R8. So Charger Redeye versus the R8. Comment down below who you guys got winning this race. Downshift. So we did 2 runs, a 50 roll and a 60 roll with the R8. The 50 roll I spun bad, you know. That car's all-wheel drive, I'm not. I spun bad, he got out on me, but I was able to catch up to him. But now let's pull over and see what he thinks of that. Let's turn off the camera. Huh?
Not bad for being bone stock.
No, that was pretty good. The 50, I was all over the road.
Yeah, I saw.
I was scared to hit you. I'm like, I don't want to hit a supercar. I don't think my insurance covers me hitting supercars. But that was good. But it wasn't bad because of the weight difference, dude. I mean, you're 1,000 pounds lighter than me.
Absolutely.
Does this have, what, DCT?
Yeah, 7-speed DCT.
7-speed DCT. We got an 8-speed automatic here. The DCT is probably like clockwork, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it shifts pretty hard.
It shifts. What does it shift at? What RPMs?
So the car redlines at 9,000 RPM, so I can shift just at about 8,800.
Holy moly!
It's a very high revving motor.
Wow. This car shifts at 66, 67, and this one obviously shifts at almost 9,000.
Absolutely.
So here's what I was thinking. So we did 2 runs. The Charger took it. We know what happened. I'm gonna give you the leave off of 60.
Go.
I'm gonna give you the leave off of 60, and I'm curious to see if that's enough for you to beat me, or am I gonna catch up to you? I don't know.
I think you'll catch up.
We'll see, guys. So let me know in the comments below, do you guys think if I give him the leave, he's gonna be able to take the W, or am I still gonna catch up? So let's go out and get it done now. So that was a 60 roll with the leave. He got out on me just because he's all-wheel drive, and obviously I gave him the leave, and I basically came right around him. And there goes Alex. He made it. I still can't get over how tiny this thing is compared to this big ass boat. He needs gas for sure. This gas station is pretty cool. It has a whole screen. So there's no more buttons. You pretty much just touch the screen and it works. But I want you to pop the, what do you call this? The trunk?
I guess you could say the rear.
Okay, I see you.
There you go, you got that Passat.
Yeah, that Passat was gold.
You asking to race?
Okay, okay. So you got carbon fiber here, carbon fiber here, carbon fiber everywhere. So this is a what? What is it?
Oh, it's a V10 5.2 liter.
5.2?
Naturally aspirated motor. Not for long.
Okay, not for long. So what he's planning on doing is removing the bumper, so no bumper, and he's gonna have twin turbos. You know what they say, never race anyone without a bumper.
That's right.
So that's gonna be insane. I cannot wait for it to get done. It's probably gonna get done during the winter. It's gonna come back with double the horsepower. And will it still be on 93?
It will not. It will be a full E85 car.
It'll be a full E85 car. So you gotta like test and everything, right?
Absolutely. The car's gonna go to Sheepy Racing. It's gonna get a Stage 2 Plus kit, meaning the twin turbo. It's gonna get upgraded clutch. It's gonna be air-to-water cooling system. Pretty much all the works. The car should make, once everything's done up, about 1,100 to the wheels on E85 and around 800 to 900 wheel on 93.
Oh, it's not bad on 93. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but E85 is really where the car gets down.
Right. So you'll have different maps.
Absolutely.
And then you'll turn it up and turn it down.
I believe they offer about 4 to 5 different maps, some for 93, some for E85, depending on how much boost you want to run.
And this car is all-wheel drive, right?
Correct. It's a Quattro.
Oh my God, that's gonna be awesome. Do you think the all-wheel drive system will handle that much power?
From experiences that other people have had, it does, but at the same time, you need the proper tires and the proper wheels to get it going.
So you can't do it on the 20s?
Absolutely not. I mean, there's a lot of people that downgrade to a 17 or 18-inch beadlock to in order to hook. Now, I'm not going to be making that much power, so I can hopefully do it on a 20, and maybe, you know, with a good tire like a Toyota R8.
That would be cool, because they have the sleeper. Well, not really, because you're not going to have the bumpers, so it's not going to be sleepy. But, you know.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of beadlocks. I don't like the way they look, you know, like welds and stuff like that. That's just my personal taste. I'd rather have a nice set of, you know, HREs or Vorsteiner wheels on here, depending on which one I'm going to go with. But with the proper tire and wheel setup, you should be able to hook even with the Quattro system off a dig.
Okay. Well, speaking of dig, you got to take me for a ride now.
Absolutely.
So he's going to take me for a ride. We got to do a quick launch control with this thing. Do you have an idea of what it does 0 to 60, like the way it is?
0 to 60 as is right now, it should be touching about a 3.5.
3.5, which is insane. That's not bad for a car from factory all the way stock, making only 560 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. That's pretty good. Also, before we go on our ride, I want to tell you guys, we're also going to race my TRX against the R8 from a dig. My TRX is almost done getting tuned. We're going to have it tuned on the 85. It's going to make tons of more power than it did from factory, so I think that's gonna be a cool race. So let me know if you guys want that race to happen, and I'll get that to happen. But now, time to take this thing out for a little drive. Alrighty, let's get in there. Quattro, which means 4, right?
Yeah, that's 4 in Italian, I believe.
Italian or Spanish?
Maybe both.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let us know, guys. We don't know. We just drive cars. We don't really know too much about them. Quattro, I thought that was like Spanish, or maybe it's
Italian. I'm pretty sure it's Italian.
Oh, maybe it's both. All right, let's see what I got. Oh, that sounds good. What is that? Second gear? It feels like the power kicks in.
Absolutely, it's pretty much in second gear, and first to second it shifts very hard, and in second gear it just takes off. First gear is more for you know, keeping traction and stuff like that, but once it hits second gear and the higher end of the RPMs, the torque comes in and the car takes off.
What's this car's favorite roll?
Favorite, from what I just noticed, it really likes 50. I mean, 40, it sits at a pretty high RPM. 50 and 60 are very good for it.
We need a seatbelt.
Yes, we do.
Alright, so why don't you give us a 50 then?
Let's see.
I want to feel this car.
So at 50, you can see you're sitting right at about 4,500 RPMs,
yeah.
Which even if I hit it right now, you can feel there's not a lot of power there. But if I downshift the second gear at about 5,500,
which you can do because you're shifting at about 9,000 RPMs.
absolutely.
So you still have enough room.
You have a lot of room. Even when it sits at about 5,500 RPMs, you got about 4,000 RPMs of playtime. Wow, to have time to shift.
So we made it at a red light, which means we need a quick launch from this thing. Do you have to like rev it up or just hit it?
As soon as the light turns green, I'll just step on the gas and take off.
Alrighty.
Pretty easy. Traction just has to be halfway off, and sport traction. Everything's in dynamic, suspension, engine,
and it's an all-wheel drive?
Correct. Here we go.
feel it, the shift. It literally throws you back in your seat.
You can feel the torque.
A lot. But I'm ready for this thing to be twin turbo already because I already know it's gonna be insane.
Me as well. My M5 was a lot faster than this. I mean, that car made close to 800 to the wheels. And even this, I enjoy driving it more just because of the experience. The motor's behind you, the car's a lot more torquier.
Right there. So you hear everything from the back. That's the coolest part.
It's definitely an experience, I'm not gonna lie.
Because, I mean, it's a supercar.
Absolutely, it's a supercar. It doesn't compare to any four-door sedan out there. I've driven, you know, Hellcats, I've driven everything, and this car has impressed me a lot more than a lot of things out there, even with more power, just because of the drivability experience, the handling of the car, suspension-wise.
I don't think you scraped. I don't know. I think it's just something.
Maybe I ran over.
You ran over, I think, the little thing that they have for the gas.
For the gas. Hopefully
But
I didn't scrape,
no, this car is awesome, bro. Congrats.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
How do you feel about like the controls? Like you don't have certain things that you had in your M5.
It's definitely a little awkward, not gonna lie, having everything built in here. I mean, all of my multimedia is built in here, you can see. One thing that's pretty cool and I really like is the navigation.
Oh, so the navigation is right there.
Once it does load, you have your whole map on here.
That's awesome.
And then you can scroll up and down. That's pretty cool. All of your multimedia is here. It's definitely a little bit different than my M5 because you had your display here for RPM and speed and then multimedia here. Definitely a little different, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
I kind of dig that.
She likes the car. Thank you.
She said, God damn, she's ready to leave her man for a little 18-year-old.
Right.
But no, I love the fact that everything is right there. It's
more simple, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more simple and a little bit more ergonomic, and obviously for weight savings in the car, if they put a display in here, it'd be a little bit more weight.
Also, it doesn't distract you from having to look away from, you know.
Exactly. You have all your multimedia and speed right here, and then you have your climate controls here. Pretty simple. Heated seats. I don't know why they put these two blank buttons here because I don't think they made an R8 with cooled seats.
Oh, okay.
But and then you have a few controls here: traction control, hazards, parking sensors, and then you have the ability to put the rear wing up.
Oh, rear wing. I thought you were gonna say
no.
this is gonna come down. I was so confused for a second.
It's not a drop top. It's not a spider, and that's because they make the spiders in the soft top. I don't like the soft tops.
And I like that this is right there.
I really like that. That's just kind of a supercar thing. Makes you feel like you're in a spaceship. Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Well, let's get out of here. It's actually not that tight. It's actually pretty comfortable being in here, believe it or not. A lot more comfortable than a Huracan, I'll tell you that. This thing is tiny, but it feels very spacious in there. I'm not gonna lie. And I cannot wait to see what Alex does with this thing. The new wrap, the new twin turbo kit. So congrats, Alex.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And yeah, it's gonna be insane. I already know that. 1100 horsepower with this thing. It's gonna take it to a whole other level. And with that being said, it's time to let you guys go. So let me know what you guys think of that race. Let me know what you guys think of the car. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.